This is your 2 News Oklahoma Fantasy Football Forecast.
All right, a little bonus episode.
Bonus time!
Little Thursday action for us. No Caden, but we are both here. We're going to talk some lineups. We're going to talk a little bit. We'll briefly touch on Thursday Night Football. You know, by the time people are getting to this podcast, it might be a little up to the minute on that. But there's all the games this weekend and next Monday. So I wanted to start straight off and say, have you looked at your lineup already? Have you had to make any tough calls to this point?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So one thing I noticed yesterday, because I listen to a billion podcasts, right? There's already a fantasy forecast out there. Isn't that crazy? Yahoo is a Yahoo fantasy forecast, but I'm sure we're just the small guys in the park, so they don't even notice us over here.
That's right. We put that little 2 News Oklahoma in front of the fantasy football forecast.
Yeah,
totally different.
Totally different. So in my home league, I traded DK Metcalf this week for Etienne and a second round rookie pick, because this is a glorified dynasty league. It's not full dynasty where I don't keep everybody. You keep 6. So I guess you say it's a glorified keeper league, but you do have a rookie draft within that. And, I watched DK last Monday night, and DK's a beast. You just see him and you're like, that guy could be really good. But then you look over at Geno, Ryan.
He was good. He was good this past week, but it's small sample size.
Right, when he can only throw 12 yards, DK's not necessarily the PPR Mavin, which, he did, I think he had 7 receptions and then the fumble. He just tries to do a lot. My point being is I needed a running back. I needed to build a core of young running backs. So, I've got Justin Jefferson that out of the league. I've got Stephon Diggs. I've got Chris Godwin. And I went out and got Curtis Samuel because, I know Wentz, being an Eagles fan, and he's going to love that slot guy. He is going, Curtis Samuel is just an ideal person for him. So I saw that this year being a better fit for me. And so I made that trade. So that was my big trade of the week. My point being, back to the Seattle game, and I have a lot to talk about today, Ryan, so just bear with me.
Let's do it.
Going back to that game still has not left my mind, okay?
Yep.
I know we're going week 2 tonight, but I just can't believe Russ let that happen. Let a rookie coach make the call. I think that says a lot about who Russ is.
Well, and it went back and forth as far as, like, if they thought they made the right call. Like, I saw the coach came out and said, yeah, I think we made the right call. And then Tuesday was like, no, that's on me. I would have gone for it, even after all the players were like, no, we agreed with coach on the call. So it's like, where does that leave your players? They're all like, oh, well, we said we agreed.
Yeah, because even Russ said, it was a good call. We can make that kick. We'll make it again. I'm like, no, you don't make that kick.
And I listened to ESPN's Mina Kimes, who is a Seahawks person.
Okay.
And she was talking about, which I hadn't noticed, not like being a football fan, watching the Seahawks for years with Russell Wilson, but not really noticing a lot of his flaws, because you just see him and you're like, oh, look how great he is.
Yeah, right.
But she was talking about how he's always had clock management issues himself. And so, like, what I was thinking before hearing that was like, oh, he's a veteran quarterback. How is he letting the coach make these decisions?
Yeah.
But apparently that's always kind of been an issue of his. So I don't know if that fell, if all that's what happened Monday night or what.
Delay of game penalties.
Right.
I was like, dude.
Yeah.
You've played in this stadium. It was going to be loud. Hello.
Yeah. Like, I guess even like not even just late game, but like you said, like delay of games where he's just, moseying up to the line and then boom, 5-yard penalty. And you'd think this long playing in the important games that he has, that he'd have a little bit of a better grasp on the situation.
And not to, just continue to go over the same topic, because Seattle and Denver are 2 of the teams I don't really care too much about, but let's be honest. Denver lost that game. Those fumbles at the goal line. I mean, 2 of them. That's 2 touchdowns. Anyway, and then the botched it. That's just weird that game is just stuck in my mind. Like just the craziness that went into it. It reminds me of the last time it was in Seattle, I believe, when they had the replacement refs. I think it was Green Bay.
Yep. Yep.
What?
That was the touchdown interception simultaneous call in the end zone.
Yes, and they gave the game to Green Bay.
Yeah, they're just like, you know.
Let's touch it. Sure. Why not? Yeah. So, I don't know why, but that game is just stuck in my head all week. So those are kind of my thoughts so far this week that I just wanted to get out there. But so now we go into this is what I hate about fantasy football, and I was quickly reminded none of my players are injured, but one of my former sweethearts, DeAndre Swift. And I traded him last year because I got so tired, and I realized that this week again when he popped up on that injury report. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm an impatient person. I can't wait each day with a practice report. He's out. He's limited, And here we are today. You informed me that he was out for a second straight practice.
Yep. So he's missed practice all week. Still has a chance to, maybe he gets a limited one in tomorrow. But usually the telltale signs are if somebody doesn't practice at all week, especially a running back, they're not going to play.
And if he does, what I've known in the past is Jamal Williams will take a heavy role in this game because the game plan's set. If he's not out there to run through those things, he then becomes a complementary back. And still, Swift is elite, so even in a complementary role, he will still be good. But this has all the signs of Jamal Williams, and then you sign Justin Jackson from the practice squad. You don't take those signings lightly, especially that early in the week.
Especially, and the Lions specifically have so many. The roster spots right now are so, slim pickings because they've got their whole offensive line also dealing with injuries.
Yeah,
really good
right.
offensive line, but all dealing with injuries except Penei Sewell, who's their top offensive lineman there. They're all dealing with injuries, so to add Swift to that and bring up a guy from your practice squad at running back position, which you're generally deep at.
Yeah, right. Because they got Jamar Jefferson, I believe. Is that his name? The running back. Do they still have him?
I know he didn't make the team.
Oh, he didn't make.
I don't think he. Made
I always thought he was good. So okay, well, what do I know?
But that's their situation. I actually in our league have Jamal Williams sitting on my bench.
Okay.
So with my running back situation, my starters are Michael Carter and Rashad Penny.
Yeah.
So that's probably a plug and play this week for me if DeAndre Swift is not playing.
Right. I went back and watched that game. I have that all 22 tape on the NFL, and I watched the game. And boy, Swift is elite, but boy, they love Jamal Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm just sitting there like Jamal is just not that great of a player. He has heart. And he's a solid runner, but coming out of the backfield trying to emulate DeAndre Swift, he is not. And it's just night and day.
There's definitely you can see there's a clear talent gap there. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing that team loves him.
They do.
They rally around anybody who would have seen Hard Knocks. He was especially the first couple episodes, he was the star.
Right.
Always throwing the football to the fans in the stands. Everybody in that town loves him.
But from a fantasy perspective, it drives me crazy.
Right.
I think when Swift went out last year, he didn't do that great on his own.
No. And the offense was a lot worse last year, too. So that, the hope is they have it all together to where that offensive line can be healthy enough to live up to its potential. And then as long as you have a capable running back there, they're going to put up yardage no matter what.
Right, absolutely. And as long as you got Goff, you're going to be handing the ball off.
That's right.
Did they draft a quarterback?
No. Nope.
That's just mind-boggling.
Half of their training camp, the big question was who is going to be the backup because the two backups were so bad.
And then they end up cutting them, and then they bring someone else in. They bring the Vikings back up.
Yeah, they got
what's his name?
Oh.
But while you're thinking about that real quick, I do want to mention about Goff. And I watched the Hard Knocks back when he was in the LA Rams area. And one thing I noticed, because at the time it was the Eagles picked Wentz and the Rams picked Goff. And I thought, oh boy, we've got the better guy. And, I'm an Eagles fan, so at the time, of course, I naturally thought that, but I was completely wrong. Well, I wasn't completely wrong in the right guy, but I thought, you know what, I thought Wentz was tremendous or whatever at the time. But also, I was watching the Hard Knocks, and the point being to this whole convo right now is that I'm wasting time so that Ryan can look up that backup quarterback.
It's Nate Sudfeld.
Nate
They
Sudfeld.
got him from the Niners.
Oh, yeah. Old Nate. Is it? Oh, Nate. Anyway, we could go on a whole story about that. But Goff did not know which direction the sun rose and the sun set. And I thought that is the most elementary type question that any human being should have just a small grasp of,
Yep. But foggy mind, this guy.
He did not know which direction the sun set.
Well, and he was clowned significantly last year. I don't remember which game it was, but it was like a 4th down situation. They had to convert, and he chose to throw it out of bounds. Like not like missing a guy and throwing it out of bounds, but like the throw away so I don't lose the yardage kind of throw away.
Yeah.
Threw it away on 4th down. Obviously missed a chance in your conversion, and it's just like how does a starting quarterback in the NFL make that throw?
Yes. And it's funny, this whole conversation did a whole 360 because Nate Sudfeld was Wentz's backup before Hurts got there.
There you go.
And Wentz was hurt and Sudfeld played and he beat the Dallas Cowboys. Anyway, let's move on.
Well,
people have turned off already, gone, oh God, I've heard too much about
right.
Jamal Williams.
But with some of our injury issues, especially a league like ours where a lot of people are not only rostering 2 quarterbacks but playing 2 quarterbacks.
Sure.
And a lot of people you'd think, I don't know who has Dak Prescott in our league, but
a losing team.
right.
Yeah.
So at that point you're trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to replace Dak in my lineup?
Yeah.
Because when we all have so many quarterbacks on our rosters, there's not a lot to pick from if you're
Right.
trying to replace that sort of point output.
I think you got some scrubs out there this year that are good replacement value QBs right now. I mean, Wentz is one of them. I don't. Did somebody draft Wentz to be a
Wentz is my second quarterback.
Oh, sorry. And so some people have planned that. Yeah, so I take that back. As you look at other quarterbacks, I mean, Trubisky, oh boy, do you really? I mean, how could you feel? Geno Smith might be okay. David Mills, David, whatever. Davis Mills was serviceable as a QB2. And those guys is typically on the bench look, Cooper Rush, I watched him last year because I was going against him that night for some unknown reason. He was playing the Minnesota Vikings, and he threw like 300 yards. CeeDee Lamb had over 100 yards receiving. So he is a thrower. That guy. I mean, we saw him when he came in briefly. He was just chucking it down the field like, Yep. Hey, I got nothing to lose. And he sure the hell doesn't because, he's a practice squad guy.
Right.
So why not come out there and just start throwing it?
Yeah, and when you're in that position, and the Cowboys are likely to be playing from behind for the majority of the time that he is the starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So while I'm sure, he's going to throw a bunch of picks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if he's counteracting those with still putting up points.
Right, in yards.
Then, obviously with fantasy, the win doesn't matter as long as your fantasy team is winning.
Yeah, and Joe Burrow, perfect example. He had four or five interceptions last week and still put up like 18 points.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So Cooper Rush is going to be the fill-in guy for you. And I mean, Geno is going to be solid. Geno's had some good games as well. Or he just might be mediocre enough to where he might help you not lose the game. He might help you win a game, maybe just sustain. I guess he would either way. Maybe help you win a game, I guess you could say.
Well, and then even like a guy, like if you can just get, especially if you are in that league like ours with, a lot of people starting 2 quarterbacks, if you get 15 points out of that position, sure.
Yeah, that's great.
That's why you're starting a second quarterback is to get that, okay, if you get a quarterback who at least makes it through the whole game, they're most likely to have around 15 points.
Right. I mean, look at DK got at like 8 points last week. So, I mean, this is why in a 2 QB league, you always plug it in with a quarterback because they're always going to get their yardage. It's an easy point.
And if you're looking for a quarterback, if you're in one of these deeper leagues where a lot of quarterbacks are off the market, Jacoby Brissett, who's filling in on the Browns right now, but they're playing against the Jets this week. If you're looking for a guy to fill in this week,
I get it. Yeah, that makes complete
Jacoby
sense.
Brissett, he's there.
If my life comes down to playing Jacoby Brisket on the team, I just count me out. I'm done. I'm just gonna retire, or Goff for that matter.
Yeah,
or Trubisky.
Yeah, that's the issue with a lot of these guys. It's hard to justify.
Yeah, I mean Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones. Okay, sometimes he can run, and that's a great thing. That can give you some points right there just by running. Matty Ice, boy, why is he retired? Is he trying to be like Brady, which he's not? I mean, he should have seen that in the Super Bowl. He just needs to give it up.
I think this is a Colts thing. This is because this is what they do. They take the rental 1-year quarterback who washed out wherever they were.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna. It's Phillip Rivers. It's Carson Wentz.
Right.
Now it's Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Next year it'll be Kirk Cousins or something. Like these are the guys who are going to cycle through the Indianapolis Colts.
But Mariota and Tannehill are the more upper echelon fill-ins. So those are, but the names I started in the beginning with Brissett and Goff and Trubisky. No, yeah. Don't try to avoid those if you can. But if you have to, you have to.
So
hold on, real quick too.
Yeah,
I noticed on your
it.
list here, we're talking about the tonight, and there's one name not mentioned on your list. Go ahead and tell us who is on your list tonight for the game.
So I just, for Thursday Night Football, had some brief, no doubt guys who people are going to be paying attention to, who are in the majority of starting lineups. For the Chiefs, tonight is Chiefs Chargers.
Sure.
Chiefs, obviously you got Mahomes, Kelsey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Those are your three main guys.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
That's right.
Yep.
So those are your three main guys for the Chiefs. Chargers, obviously Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler. Keenan Allen is ruled out. So anybody who's relying on Keenan Allen will need to find a replacement for him.
And there's a name missing because I'm a little upset that you do not have this guy's name on here. You've got everybody else: Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, you even got DeAndre Carter, but you do not have Joshua Palmer.
I'm not super familiar with the Joshua Palmer.
So Joshua Palmer was the preseason darling, was supposed to be the next guy up. Maybe the replacement. He's not as quick as Keenan, but he was. ESPN has him, I believe, as right below Big Mike in projections for tonight. PPR projection for Joshua Palmer, 12 points. That's actually more than some receivers out there. So ESPN believes in, not to say you believe any of those fantasy projections, but no, Joshua Palmer is someone that I even drafted in my league who could have a big night tonight. He could be a good clutch guy, kind of like Keenan, that they can throw to. He's big. He's a good possession receiver. So I expect Joshua Palmer to actually have a big night. DeAndre Carter, I don't know. I think he kind of got lucky this last game because, look, Big Mike and Palmer got next to nothing, and then here's DeAndre stepping up. But I think it's going to be a Big Mike night and a Joshua Palmer night, and their tight end too, who was with the Rams for the past couple of years and is now with the Chargers, who really Gerald Everett. He stunk with the Rams, but they really wanted to get him the ball last week. I mean, they had the tight end screens that they were throwing him to, so I think he's a good play tonight as well.
He reminds me of your boy before they stopped. Before the Dolphins stopped throwing to him, Gesicki.
Gesicki, yes.
But they use him in a similar way that the Dolphins were using Gesicki, where they're using him basically just as a wide receiver.
Sure, right.
And he's got the same build and the same sort of skill set. So that's kind of how I was looking at him as far as what are you getting with this tight end.
I agree. And with Darnold Parham out, the other tight end for the Chargers, I think Everett's going to be a good play tonight. Here is the problem for me tonight. I have CEH in my lineup. I do not like putting a lot of people on Thursday night. Because
I agree. I'm the same way.
Thursday nights are weird for one. I don't mind having one player, but having two scares the living daylights out of me, because one, if they both underperform, I just feel like my Friday stinks, my Saturday stinks. I'm just like sitting over me.
You already see that projected line.
Yeah.
You see that projected line. You're projected to lose by 20 because you had your two guys just totally underperform.
Yes.
And so you have to live with that projection for 2 extra days.
Yes, indeed. And you can handle one because you can start to think, well, it's just one player. I mean, you can make that up in other aspects, but you get into two, then the psychological aspect of it's like you're probably losing, and then all day Sunday you're like, I'm already losing, blah, blah. It's just not, like you said, not a good start to the week. But this is actually projected to be the highest scoring football game the whole weekend.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine to see some crazy scores tonight.
Right, but then I look back at. Chiefs showed that against the Cardinals. They made it look like a walk in the park. But then watching the Chargers and the Raiders last week, I'm like, that should have been a high-scoring affair. And it just – nothing was – Austin Eckler wasn't clicking. The receivers weren't clicking. But, again, we say that was just kind of extended preseason. So they should be ready to go tonight. I think that's probably where I'm coming to in my mind.
Yeah.
They should be good to go. You're right. Should be I think the – total points was like 58 or something. So, if we get 2 30-point games, that would be teams. That would be pretty cool to see tonight.
And we have a couple in-house matchups tonight.
Dun, 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 dun.
You've got Annie Brown coming to town.
If I beat Annie, I would not get a lot of love. I mean, the poor girl just had a baby, and a beautiful baby girl, Julianne. And, real quick to that name, Julianne, I said, hey, that's got Annie in it. She's like, yes, you're kind of smart over there. Where she got her name into it. I think that was a really smart move on Annie's part. But Annie is legit. When she asked to be in this league, she's like, yeah, sign me up. I'm like, what, you play fantasy football? She's like, yeah, I'll beat you. I'm like, oh, okay. All right.
Now it's time for her to put her money where her mouth is.
Now it's time for you, Mr. Number one in our league, to play Michael Sager, who is the biggest Colts fan I've ever met, the only Colts fan I've ever met, but still.
Sager doesn't want any of this. He doesn't want this. Although right now, I mean, the projections right now, we're like 50-50. So we're totally, I think he's technically like at projected 150 points. I'm at like 149 or something similar to that. It's like a point off.
I'm going to look at this matchup because, this is interesting. So here it is. Mycos Psychos is his name. That's
right.
It's Mykos. Is there any meaning to that?
I don't know. I meant to ask. I keep meaning to ask him, and I never get the chance.
And he's got like this weird looking. He's almost got like that Buddy the Beaver or the Buddy the Elf or whatever it is on the Browns. I don't know what that guy is. It's kind of scary. Michael, your team is scaring me. I just want to say, okay, so he's got Tua. He's got Austin. Oh, he's got Eckler playing tonight. Dalvin Cook. So two good core running backs. Pittman Jr., do we know an update on him?
I last I saw is he had been practicing and everything, so I believe he's going to play.
Okay. DJ Moore. That should be our little.
I'll put that in the sounder too.
DJ Moore. Like, I mean, that's a cool name. You got to name a DJ. Dalton Schultz, Juju, and he's got another guy playing tonight. Okay. And then he goes off into Baker Mayfield. And then the homer that he is, he has the Colts on the defensive side, but they are playing Jacksonville. So
yeah, it's not a bad play. It's not a bad play.
But let's look at your team. You got Mr. Herbert.
Yeah.
I like to call him A-Bear.
A-Bear.
A-Bear. Rashad Penny, Michael Carter, Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase. Woo. I would not want to go up against those two. Diggs, who's playing Monday night. So that should be interesting. And then Chase against the Cowboys. Friarmouth. Which is oh boy, Julio. You're going Julio in the flex.
I'm going Julio. Somehow Brady has convinced me that he's going to resurrect Julio Jones. They were running him on jet sweeps when they were playing on Sunday night.
I agree.
Like it was unbelievable the things that they were doing with Julio Jones, who, by all accounts, is done.
Yeah, he got hurt. We got a little banged up in that game. He got banged up, and I'm actually having to tell Brandon to attend our 2:00 meeting. I forgot. To tell him that. He got a little banged up, and I'm just afraid for you because, old man Julio out there. Oh, there goes the hammy. You know what I mean?
It could happen,
Yeah.
but I've got
Hey,
faith.
Tom. Oh!
I've got faith. He's on that TB12, whatever weird diet thing that Brady pulls people in with.
Yeah.
So I'm relying on him. Like I said earlier, if Swift is out, I might be plugging Jamal Williams into probably, I don't know, either Penny or Michael Carter. I don't know which one I'd rather sit, but
I keep Penny going. I mean, Kenneth Walker does come back this week. Michael Carter is interesting. I mean, he is like a Tony Pollard, a little PPR Mavin, a poor man's Etienne, and it should be interesting how that all works out in the end. I always like Michael Carter. With Joe Flacco there and his little Dunkin' Dinks,
Right.
So that's a tough call on your behalf, Jamal. You know who Jamal is, so he's steady Eddie over there. So we went through a lot today. And of course, if you ever have any questions on this podcast, we'd love for you to leave a review for us as well.
Oh, that'd be great. Reviews, ratings, share with your friends,
Yeah.
all that. I think technically on Apple Podcasts you are following now. I don't think you're subscribing anymore.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
so follow, download, all those different things that you can do on there.
Yeah, right. And let us know. Give us feedback. We want to know what you want to hear about. I had a friend ask me the other day. He's like, "Love the podcast." He's in Dynasty, 17 years, never won. Wanted some more info, and that's what we're here for. And so we can go into Dynasty, and that's the flexible thing that we have. We can Dynasty. We can go into best ball. We can do whatever we want. Dang it, because we're who we are, right?
That's right. So we will come back here on Tuesday. Caden will be in. We'll see how the week went.
It's going to be you and Caden on Tuesday.
Oh, no, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
realized that I'm off on PTO Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, it's going to be weird in here. It's going to be weird.
I look forward to listening to it, though.
So we will be back on Tuesday. And anything else before we wrap up?
We're good.
All right. Well, good luck, and we'll see you next week.